Welcome to the Vivi and Mori show.
Really? Are you for real?
Yes, I am. Okay,
Oh,
so today we are going to be talking about again the Bible. First, we're gonna do a review that we had, a review of a movie that we had watched last night. Imori, how did you enjoy The Prince of Egypt last night?
it was great. It was fun.
What was your favorite part of the movie?
When Pharaoh was too dumb to realize that he was supposed to let Egypt, Hebrews go. So like when the when he kept having plagues hit him, and then he's like, oh well, I'm gonna harden my heart even more, so more plagues can hit me. So, that and parting of the Red Sea part. Yeah, that's always my favorite.
Good, good. I did like the parting of the Red Seas part too.
Why are you talking like we're actually on a show?
Cause we are. Anyway,
Because we're not.
let's see. I think my favorite part was oh, it's hard for me to choose because I love the whole movie. I've loved it since I was a child.
Ooh, what about the whole behind the light?
Like I said, the whole movie's been my favorite part. So it's kind of hard for me to choose the actual favorite part. But I think the part I like the most is probably when Moses is speaking to the burning bush and God is sitting there saying, "Who made man's power?" What else he said?
He said, "Who made man's mouth?"
Yeah, who made man's mouth and all this other stuff. And Moses, who was sitting there looking at God, as soon as God started raising his voice, got into a little corner and started, balling up. So
Now I want to watch the movie.
I know. So after God had said whatever else I can't remember, he was like, "Did not I? Now go." And Moses is sitting there terrified, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm afraid to leave. He might, I don't know. Yeah, he might do. I don't know what he might do." So I love how in the movie God was like, "Oh, little too harsh. Dang it, I forgot. They're sensitive." And then he like takes, the fire that's on the burning bush, and he like freaking, my bad. He like takes Moses, like the fire like goes around Moses and then lifts him up and whatever. I mean, I had imagined that God taking Moses into his arms and embracing him and saying, "Ooh, I'm sorry for raising my voice, but."
I love how like when he was doing that, he was like, "Oh Moses."
Yeah,
you know how parents do that.
Yeah, they're like, when they after they yell at you, they're like, "Oh, whatever your name is," they're like, "Oh, my child, if only you could understand," blah blah blah. That's how God did to Moses. He was like, "Oh, Moses, I've heard the people's cries, blah blah blah," and that part really touched me because it's like he's just like a father,
Why do you think he's called the father?
Exactly. I mean, he was sitting there. He wasn't even like upset. Like he was just letting Moses know, I am God. So I noticed how like
he kind of was angry because a lot of people say he's not real and he's really getting ticked off. Like, are you?
No, like back then he wasn't angry. He just was trying to remind Moses, I am God. So basically, don't try and give me all these excuses why you can't do it. Just go and do it.
Yeah. Even though he was telling him that, he was still kind of angry. The way his voice was, he was still kind of angry.
He wasn't. I don't think he was angry. I think he was a little irritated.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Irritated.
Yeah.
He was irritated. Like, are you serious? Why must you talk back? Why
Exactly. Like, why must you talk back? Just
if you
go
think
do it.
about it, God's really like a dad. Like, why do you have to talk back? Just go do it.
Exactly. So I love how God took Moses into his arms and was like, I'm, basically saying, "I'm sorry, but this is what is happening, and I need you to do this for me." So that was one of my favorite parts. That was like one of the parts I liked the most. And another one was when Pharaoh. I'm sorry, Pharaoh's so stupid. But I love how like Pharaoh just lost his son because of the final plague, right? So he tells Moses, "You and your people have my permission to go." And then in the movie, Moses tries to comfort his brother, but he's like, "Leave me, like get away from me, leave, you and your people are cursed, whatever." And but he doesn't really like say the curse part. He just says, "Leave me." And then when Moses does, Moses gets to the end of the palace stairs and he starts crying because the Pharaoh's son was Moses' nephew, and God took him. So Moses had a very hard job to do, and I'm pretty sure he was an emotional wreck. So, I know it was hard, but I love how I find it really funny how Pharaoh said that the people could leave, and then as soon as they get to the Red Sea, he comes up and he's like,
with an army.
yeah, he comes up with like a huge army, like as if all of his guards and everyone that worked for him came in battle suits and chariots and stuff. And all of a sudden, it's actually pretty funny because in the movie, he's like, yeah, and it's like, really? Okay. And then like they go charging down towards the Hebrews, and the Hebrews are sitting there panicking, like, "Oh my God, they're gonna kill us!" Blah 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 blah. But it's kind of funny how the Hebrews was sitting there freaking out, and God has protected them this whole time.
Yeah. And God's sitting there like, doggone it, I said stay.
Yeah. So, but I really like how like God made this like tornado of fire. I don't remember if that actually happened in the Bible, but in the movie, he had made this tornado of fire, and he like put it right in the middle of the army, right where the Pharaoh was. And the Pharaoh's like, I love how the Pharaoh didn't even stop and go, "Oh my gosh, what is that?" He was just like, "Oh, whatever, I'm just gonna go around." And then God's like, "What are you doing?" And then he drags the tornado,
in the Bible, in the Bible that doesn't happen. In the Bible, strikes of fire lightning came out of it. Okay. Where that happened. But still, that
in the movie, in the movie,
in the movie, I have to say
the tornado moved and it made a trail of fire. And then
I have to say that one was better than the lightning one.
And then after the Pharaoh would see, "Oh, I can't go on this side because the things follow me," he tries and beat the tornado to the other side, and then the tornado's like, and then makes like a huge line of fire to where they can't get anywhere. So, and that comes up to the part, Moore's favorite part of the parting of the Red Seas, which is amazing. Like I said, the whole movie is just absolutely amazing. I've loved that movie since I was young. I mean, if I had to give it a rating, I give it a 7-star rating. I give it past 5 stars because that
I
movie.
give it a 100-star rating. I mean, that movie is like crazy good.
It is so good. It is really really good. If you're not a believer or you are a beginning believer, I definitely recommend that movie. Like
that really movie and Joseph King of Dreams.
Yeah, Joseph King of Dreams. DreamWorks have done a couple of Christian movies for kids, so The Prince of Egypt and Joseph the King of Dreams was two of the Christian movies that me and my sister have seen from them. There's probably more. We probably just have to look, but those are the only two that we've known throughout our whole lives. So my personal favorite between the two is The Prince of Egypt, though, because I've always loved the story of Moses. So
my personal favorite between those two is like I would have to say I like them both.
The what?
My personal favorite between them both of them is I have to say Joseph King of Dreams because I love the Prince of Egypt. Don't get me wrong, that is an awesome movie. But Joseph King of Dreams is kind of different. Like there's a lot of funny parts that me and my mom make fun of.
But if you think about it, in the movie, the Joseph King of Dreams, if in some parts of the movie, it would remind you of the Prince of Egypt, because at some point Joseph even dressed up like Moses when Moses was in the palace, and he some scenes in that movie would remind you of the Prince of Egypt.
But like it's not to mention it kind of looks alike in a way.
They did. They really did. When Moses was young, and when he was still living in the palace, and when his father was still alive and whatever. Remember when he wore that wig?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He looked pretty. For a animated cartoon, he looked cute. He looked like a very handsome young man. And then when Joseph became old enough to look around Moses' age, um, he wore the same wig, and he looked just like Moses. The only thing that was different was Moses had a little beard. Joseph didn't.
Not only that, but he had a pharaoh hat. A pharaoh crown.
No, I'm talking about when he first got out of jail. He wore that wig, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that's the thing. The Joseph story happened before Moses' story. So that's another reason why I like that movie. Because before Moses' miracles, Joseph's miracles happened.
Yeah. So.
Can we get to the lesson now?
Yes, we can get to the lesson now. We just had to do a little review on the movie we watched last night. It's a really good movie. Remember, the movies are called the
Prince of Egypt?
The Prince of Egypt and Joseph, King of Dreams. You should really check them out. They're really good. I definitely recommend them.
I want to watch the movie all over again.
Dude, The Prince of Egypt, I've watched that movie freaking 10 times in a row and I will never get sick and tired of it. Okay. I'm the type of girl, oh yeah. I'm the type of girl that if I see a movie that didn't, that was okay to me or that was kind of interesting, if I see it more than 3 times, like within a month, I get sick and tired of it. But unless the movie is like 5 stars or up on my rating, then I don't mind watching it so many times because it's such a good movie. Okay, so today's lesson is about dating boys and girls. Yay! My favorite subject. Okay, I think it's because I'm a girl that I'm like, I don't know, in love with love and romance and dating and relationships.
There's a lot of girls that don't like that, but
there's more girls that like that than girls that don't like that. You're just one of the girls that don't like it. Anyway,
I'm okay with it, but I don't like watching it all the time.
Which I do, because I love it. I mean, I find it really sweet, and it also helps me, like, it also helps me out with guys in my life. Okay, so.
Well, my eyes just bothering me this morning. Whew.
Oh.
Think still and grounded.
Thanks so much for reading that in the camera.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez, Lauren. Be quiet. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. Dang, girl. Okay. So, I don't have anything written in my notebook, like where to look up scripture, but I did find some. So, excuse me. Sorry, guys. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm pretty tired.
Yeah.
And we were up last night because we went to the fair, and then we watched Prince of Egypt, and then we didn't really go to bed until really late, so.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. So if I yawn, my bad. I do not mean to. I'm just pretty tired. I was hoping to sleep in today, but we have a lot of videos to do to catch up.
Not only that, but we have a rule that can't eat past 9 on weekends or weekdays. So
yeah, we can't eat breakfast past 9 o'clock. So that's why we try to get up early so we can eat. Because last night when we fell asleep hungry. So okay. Because this was like get into. Oh, Joseph movie. Okay, so let's start with Joshua 1:8.
in the beginning of the Bible.
In the beginning of the Bible. Okay. Oh, you were right. It's right before Judges. Okay, Joshua 1:8. Oh, I have an underline. Holy crap! Dang, I have a lot of underline. Okay.
Hang on.
Is it right after Deuteronomy?
Yeah.
Oh.
I have it underlined too.
Wow. Okay. So. Okay. So we are going to be reading Joshua 1:8 1:8. Yeah, I forgot that quick. Can you believe it? But we're gonna be reading Joshua chapter 1 verse 8. Um, did you want to read it? I don't know. Me too. I'm sitting here like, I'm gonna read it from her Bible because one, she has bigger words. Two, hers is NIV, so it'll be easier to understand. And my Bible just lost it. Anyway, um, verse 8 says, "Do not let this book of the law depart from your mouth. Meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be uh, prosperous and successful." Prosperous. I think that's what it says.
Yeah.
Prosperous. Prosperous, I think. Okay. So. What? Okay. That wasn't what I was looking for. That just basically was saying, make sure you read the Bible so that you will not fall far from God, which you never could. Once you're saved by Him, you're saved, but just so that you won't mess up more, the Bible is basically like your reminder that you're living for Him.
No.
Psalms 1 through 6.
Daughters.
Psalms chapter 1 through 6. Psalms has a lot of books. Not books, a lot of chapters.
Psalms what?
1 through 6. Psalms 1 through 6.
1 through 6.
Yes,
okay.
1 through 6. Okay. Psalms, how many books does Psalms have? Psalms has, let me see, folks, we'll find it for you real quick. Psalms has 150 books. Chapters. Not books. Chapters. Wow. That is a lot of chapters.
Actually, book 1.
Chapter 1.
Book
See,
1.
Chapter 1.
Hang on, I saw something. Book 1. Okay, let me see. It's 41. Book 5. Okay, no. Psalms do have books. Okay. That's crazy.
Not mine.
In mine, it says book 1 from Psalms 1 to 41. And then it goes from then on. Book 2, book 3, book 4,
Yours is
book 5.
NIV, so.
So it's like these.
Oh, yeah, mine
books.
does have it too. Yeah, I guess Psalms does have books. Okay, I was wondering why my tongue kept saying books. Anyway. 1 through 6.
That was like, it's books, not chapters. Books.
Okay. Verse 1 of chapter 1. Blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of its scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night.
He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Not so the wicked. Not It says not so the wicked. They are like chaff. What does it say?
Yeah, chaff.
Chaff that the wind blows away.
Oh, my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteousness. For the Lord knows for the Lord knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. Again, that did not help. We're talking about dating and relationships. Does that sound like anything about dating and relationships to you? Okay. Basically, in those verses, he was saying.
We just talk about what we know.
Because I was like hoping to have verses to back it up, but I can't. I know that there's verses in here to back it up, but I just don't know where they are.
So big, it's like impossible to find it. Okay, hang on. Let me try to find it. Let me see.
Okay, where's the Ten Commandments? I know that's one of them. Jeez, Exodus. The Ten Commandments. Wow. I opened right on it. Okay.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. Okay, Exodus what?
Exodus 20.
Exodus 20.
Um.
It starts at the beginning.
We is not reading all that.
Well, nothing yet. I know the Ten Commandments ain't got nothing to dating.
Yeah, they do. Well, not dating, but relationships.
Well, relationships, yeah.
The Lord was the Sabbath day, blah blah blah.
17.
Okay. 17.
Yeah.
Well, I know I have it marked, but
let me see.
Okay. One of the commandments, I can't tell which commandment this is because I'm not reading the whole thing right now. But one of the commandments is you shall not commit adultery. Finally, something about our subject for today. Huh?
That's the seventh.
That's the seventh commandment?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Yes, everybody says that's the seventh commandment.
Oh. Well, apparently that's the seventh commandment, and God only made 10 commandments, so...
Well, actually, he made 15, and then,
Sorry! Stop correcting me!
No, it's like they don't know that there used to be 15, but Moses broke 5, so...
Okay. God made 15 commandments, and Moses had accidentally broke 5 of the commandments. He didn't literally, like, break them, as in people who break the law nowadays. He literally broke the stone that had the commandments on it. So, happy? But stop correcting me. Jeez.
Sorry, I'm just trying to give it detail.
Yes, but you know how I hate it when you correct me, because you do it all the freaking time. Anyway.
Really? Why is this pointed towards you? I'm barely in here. I have to, like, lean over.
I am so tired, people. Okay, so the seventh commandment is you shall not commit adultery, right? What Jesus is saying there, you shall not basically, this reminds me of the Left Behind movie. He's basically saying you shall not go after another man's wife or go after another woman's husband or boyfriend or girlfriend, or, you know, if a couple's in a relationship, you cannot go and try to take one of those two. Sorry, you just can't, because then that's committing adultery. God even says that if you, in the Bible, I have no clue where to look it up, but all I know is that it's in there, because I've seen it before. But remember in the Left Behind movie, the second one, Bruce was telling, not Bruce, I'm sorry, Buck was telling Rayford Steele's friend, you know, have you ever broken any of the 10 Commandments? And then he's like, I don't know. And then he's like, have you ever lied? Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? You know, have you ever stole? Well, no, not in my life. Okay. Have you ever committed adultery? And the dude was looking at him like, what? And he was like, to lust after another woman or man, to picture that person naked or even in the bed with you. That's committing adultery. To even think of it, you have already committed it. So that's another way how you commit adultery. Don't think, oh, just because I didn't, you know, literally have sex with them, I'm not committing adultery. If you even think of getting in the bed with that person, you are committing adultery. To even lust after that person is committing adultery. So, yeah, God made sure that you had no excuse. So, I noticed with the dating nowadays that a lot of girls and guys like to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend and then still look at another person. They are committing not only are they considered cheating or, you know, being jerks or whatever, they're also committing adultery in God's Bible. So for the ones who got hurt out there by people like that, don't worry, God got your back. But I'm pretty sure you've done it too. Like me, I don't ever really think of a man being in bed with me. Yeah, I find that pretty weird. But I have seen I have committed probably not. I've committed adultery myself too. I could see yesterday I went to the fair and I saw a whole bunch of cute boys, and they were with their girlfriends and didn't think, oh man, I wish I had him. I was thinking, uh, I wish my crush was at the fair with me, but I wasn't like, man, I want that boy. But I did think, oh well, he's cute. Oh well, wow, he's hot. So um, I'm a girl. I'm a human girl. I'm human. I'm gonna do that. If I see cute boys, I'm gonna say I see cute boys. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and think about them being in bed with me.
No.
People are different. If you think of that, then I suggest you get some help because it's disgusting, and you should be worried because you might be developing a problem. But
yeah. A serious problem.
A very
really
serious problem. So
that's really bad.
yeah. But if you are dating a girl or a guy, you should be happy with that person. You should not be looking at any other person and being like, "Oh, he's cute," and then like even consider breaking up with your spouse just to be with that person. No.
Whatever. Still.
I noticed that a lot of couples do that. A dude will see a prettier girl and break up with his girlfriend just to be with that prettier girl. And a prettier girl could already have a boyfriend, and she does the same thing. She breaks up with her boyfriend just to be with that hunk of a guy.
Yeah.
You know?
It's ridiculous. It just doesn't make any sense.
Like, okay, God made Adam and Eve so that we can have a spouse, right? So that we can multiply and
Inside marriage.
Inside of marriage, duh. Inside of marriage, you have to be married in order to have sex for it to be okay in God's word. But God made a guy and a girl so that they can get together and reproduce. And God didn't make Adam, Erica, and Eve. He didn't make freaking. He didn't make Eve, Steve, and Bob. Okay, he made Adam and Eve, one of each gender, to be together. So
which makes one.
Exactly. So if you are dating or if you're not dating, but okay, if you're like looking for someone to date, the biggest suggestion I can give you is really look for, like, before you even go up to that guy or girl and be like, ooh, wanna go out? Get to know the person first. Don't be like, oh, he's been my friend for years. Okay, so if he's your lifelong friend or you've been friend with him for years, what all do you really know about him? Do you know if he or she will really stick with you?
Yeah.
Do you know if they will really be there for you? Don't just, oh, I like him, he's cute, so let's go out. No. Get to know the person.
Mm-hmm.
Never rush into things, because what happens is if you rush into it, nothing's good's gonna come out of it. Nothing good is gonna come out of it. You guys are eventually gonna break up, and it's just not gonna work out. Mm-hmm. And is that really cost of a good friendship? I mean, a good friendship that's not worth losing. And if you know this guy is a jerk, he's a player. I'll give you some advice here. If you know this boy is a player, a jerk, just does not care for female feelings, or even if this girl is just a freaking, person who likes to go out with several guys at a time, do not, and I repeat, do not go after that person, because they're not going to care about you. To you, or to them, you're just a toy that they can play with. Nobody on this earth wants to get their feelings hurt. So, I kid you not, do not go after those type of people. If you are in love with your best friend and you know she's gone out with like several guys at a time, honey, take them feelings and bury them somewhere, and you can do it. You can do it. What happens is your mind is playing tricks on you. I know a lot of people are like, oh no, it's my heart speaking to me. No, 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 no. Your heart is looking out for what's really, really good for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's your mind that's like, oh, you know, you want her, or, you know, you want him, you know. So you have to make sure that your mind and your heart is working together, not just your mind trying to play tricks on you. Mm-hmm. And it does do that a lot. I mean a lot, especially when you hit teenage or adult stage.
It like hits you like crazy.
It hits you bad, man. It hits you really, really bad because it knows your weakness. It knows that you want to be loved by someone. It knows you want to be together with someone, so it plays tricks on you. You know, oh, that person has a crush on you. Oh, really? You know, you're not even gonna sit there and think, do I know this person really well to where I know 100% sure that they will not hurt me, no matter what the situation is. Has that person, you know, gone out with several people? You know, it's just you have to, with dating, you have to think.
You have to be careful.
You have to be very careful. Another thing I noticed is that a lot of girls, I'm speaking to the ladies now, girls, I noticed that y'all are hardly wearing any clothes. Just to impress the guys. Okay? In God's word, that is not allowed. God says to keep his temple and to protect it, not to use it to tempt the guys that want to get in bed with you.
Exactly. Let me tell you something that let me tell you something that I heard from a song. Boys come and go like seasons, okay? They do. So it's like, don't even try. You just wear normal clothes. If they think you're cute, then you're cute. You just don't wear, okay, don't wear shirts that is like up to here and shorts that is like up to the. You might as well walk around in your
underwear.
You might as well walk around in your panties and bras. So yeah. So just wear normal clothes. There's a reason why they make normal clothes. You know?
Exactly. Me anymore, because we're Christians, we don't ever wear short shorts. I wear shorts, but they do not go past. I'll show you guys. I wear shorts, okay? So, like right now I'm wearing shorts, but they do not go past here. Or, like, upward. They do not, the highest they can be is here. And that, for me, is even a little uncomfortable. So I like to wear them down here, just above my knee. Okay? So, and I like to wear, like, well, not these big shirts, but I like to wear, like, you know, cute shirts. Like, you know what I mean, ladies. Okay, so, people on this earth, no, let me not even say that, because this society is just crazy. Basically, in God's word, you have to cover up your body.
Yeah.
Do not use it as a tool, because to him, you are precious to him. He does not want you to use yourself as a tool just to get a dude to get in bed with you.
And I'm telling you, once he gets what he wants, you never want to see him
again.
Oh
yeah,
once never want to see him again.
That's the worst part about men, ladies. And the girls do this too, guys. So don't think that I'm just bagging on you, because I'm not. Ladies do this too.
They do it all the time. I'm telling you, y'all kind of equal.
Exactly.
Y'all equal in this.
I noticed in the society nowadays anymore that teenage girls and teenage guys love to think about sex. Why is that?
It's kind of like, it's not, I don't want to say it's instinct, but it's like basically what we were made for. Pretty much. But you know what? You can wait. It ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you, it ain't going nowhere. Wait until you're married. I'm telling you right now, it's not worth doing it while you're a teen, because guess what? If you get pregnant, oh well, you gotta deal with that child. I'm telling you. So, it's no point. It doesn't make any sense.
Not only that, people, but if you do have sex at a marriage, or even if you did already do it, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I haven't so far, and I will not start. That's not good. I don't know how to put it in a good way. If you already had sex out of marriage and you already had a child, I feel bad for your child because that child was born out of wedlock, and in God's eyes, that's not okay. Now, listen to what I am saying. In God's eyes, that is not okay. In Jesus' eyes, as long as that child becomes a child of Christ, that child can still go to heaven. Now, don't think, oh, my child's born out of wedlock, they're gonna go straight down to hell. No. Wanna know why? Because I was born out of wedlock. My mom.
Yeah, we're two examples here. I was born in marriage. She was born out of. But you know what? Since Jesus died on the cross, she has a second chance.
Exactly. I would have probably went straight to hell if Jesus didn't die on the cross. Thanks to my parents
for screwing up.
They would have already made my fate sealed before I could even come out of my mother's body. But because God had died on the cross for me, and because I had accepted him into my life, I have a second chance.
Now she has kids to live with me.
Exactly. Now, if your child is born out of wedlock, God's going to put that on your head, okay? Not on theirs. Because
he's not going to put it on theirs because it's on your head.
Exactly.
He's like, you had a choice whether or not you could have waited, but you chose not to. Exactly. So it's not the child's fault at all. They weren't even born yet. They weren't even made yet.
Exactly.
So he puts that all on your head because you decided to do that. So don't be thinking, oh, well, what about my child? What about it?
Yeah, that particular thing, that will be put on your head because you're the one who made the mistake, not the child. The child wasn't even existing yet. But, so, yeah, kids that are born out of wedlock, I had a niece and I have a nephew who were both born out of wedlock.
Buffalo.
Now, I was happy, you know, because I was like, oh, I have a niece. Oh, I have a nephew. Holy macaroni, you know? Mm-hmm. Jiminy Crickets. You know, I don't know. Our family has way too many girls, so me and Maureen's been like, oh, we want more boys in our family. Yeah. I got a nephew, and I'm like, hallelujah. Anyway, it's not another girl, but he was born out of wedlock. Now, I was happy to have another, you know, boy in the family and to have a nephew, but the fact he was born out of wedlock worried me. But then, Maureen here sat down and reminded me, V, just because he was born out of wedlock doesn't mean he's going to go straight down to hell. Jesus, if he accepts Jesus when he gets older and when he can understand it, you know, better, he will have a chance to go up to heaven, along with you and along with Ariella, who's already up in heaven waiting for us, because, you know, God's not just gonna, you know, give birth to a child, or, you know, have somebody give birth to a child and then just hit it straight down to hell. That's like a waste of a creation, you know?
Yeah, and plus, they didn't do anything.
Exactly. So, she had to remind me that, you know, God was not gonna punish Angel for something that my older sister decided to do. No offense, Ardreen, but read your Bible, woman. Mm-hmm. You said you were gonna become better for Ariella. Remember that. You're still smoking and stuff. Do better. Let's see. But, yeah, now I'm going to talk to the dudes. Basically, females, start wearing more clothes. One. Because not even Christians want to see all that stuff jiggling, okay? Sorry.
I that blubber. Not to be mean, but when I see, like, I'm not saying you ladies are fat, but, like, whenever I see skin, like,
a lot of skin, it's like, cover it up, you know?
Oh, that blubber, put it away.
Even if your boyfriend's like, oh, don't listen to them, they don't have boyfriends, da-da-da. The reason why we don't have boyfriends, are you kidding me, ladies? I'm not gonna brag about this, but I have a pretty good figure, okay? If I wanted a boyfriend, I could get a boyfriend like that, okay? It's happened to me before. I've had guys ask me out. How many guys have I had ask me out?
She's probably had like 20 in the past. No, I'm sorry. 40 in the past. No, wait, 30.
No, yeah, about 30 in the past 2 years.
30 in the past 2 years.
So
She's coming up saying, want to go out, whatever.
yeah,
like,
I've had I've had guys hit on me. I've even had some girls hit on me. Dude, don't try me. I can get a boyfriend. I choose not to have a boyfriend because one, I'm not allowed to date.
Sadly.
Sadly.
In order to, we have to ask our daddy.
Exactly.
And they have to ask our daddy.
Oh yeah. And two, I choose not to have a boyfriend because, well, I just don't want one right now. You know, I want to wait and find the perfect guy. You know, I think I found him. I'm not so sure yet.
Show you found him. You're dead.
Be quiet. I'm talking.
Anyway. You talking, girl? You found your soulmate. For heaven's sake. Good grief. This girl has literally found her soulmate. Both of these two. Okay, his name is
No!
His name.
Why?
His name starts with an N. Okay. So, I'm not gonna.
Stupid girl, you can't be saying his name on the video.
Why not? It's not like
Because he's gonna see it one day.
Okay. Oh, okay, whatever. But this guy.
Oh, she got my screen blocked out when he said.
It did. I didn't even get to say his full name.
Don't
anyway.
even hint it. Just be like, she has a crush on this boy.
Then let me talk. She has this crush on this boy.
I guess she was the one who was interrupting me. But go ahead.
I get more cranky. But she has a crush on this boy at church, and they both remember the exact time, the exact day, the exact date, and the exact year that they connected eyes. Good grief. Who remembers that from 3 years before? Okay. Tell me that's not a soulmate. Just tell me. Tell me that's not a soulmate.
As I was saying, I think I found the right guy. Don't you dare interrupt me again.
All I can do is laugh when she says the word.
I think I found the right guy. I'm pretty sure, but I don't want to get my hopes all high. Like you already said, I've known this boy for like 3 years, and I know a lot of people would be like, girl, you need to seal the deal, you know? But
a lot of people wait longer. They wait like 7 years.
Oh yeah, I would rather wait longer. One, I do not want to have my heart broken. Every girl and guy knows what I'm talking about.
Especially if it's been a 3-year thing.
Oh yeah. And second, I don't know, like I want to wait until the time's right, you know? So far, the time has not been right.
I'll wait until he goes up to you.
Yeah, I mean, he's a pretty shy boy, so that's probably not gonna happen.
He might get more confident once he's up.
True. But really, I wanted to wait until, like, after college to start dating. Like, dating. Or even in college to start dating, because once I'm out of this house, I'll be able to date, and I'll be able to actually go on dates and to actually see that person. So, I might start dating when I go into college. I don't know. But I don't want to go out now because I just don't feel like the time's right, you know? It just doesn't feel right to me, you know? I want to be able to see that person, hang out with that person, and, you know, actually go on dates and to...
Not dad being like, where you at?
Yeah. You know, for dad and the guy that I like to get along, to where dad can even trust the guy and be like, okay, he's taking my daughter here, I trust him, and yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go and bore you with details, but you know what I mean, you know? You usually want to wait until you think you found the right person.
And I'm not saying a guy that you met like 3 weeks before.
Yeah, I'm not talking about a guy you met 3 weeks before. At least get to know the person. At least a year. At least. That is the minimum amount. At least a year. Before you even think about dating that person. I didn't start thinking about dating you know who until like a year and a half later.
Yeah.
So, just think about it, people. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Now talking to the guys, I got off track with the girls. Ugh. Okay, so girls, basically cover up your bodies because that's a prize. You do not want to just throw that prize to any old guy. Your poor husband would be so upset later. Future husband, I mean. Is that it with the girls? Just
Yeah, pretty much.
pretty much. Yeah. Don't sell yourself short. Don't want to be desperate. That's what I call most females, desperate women.
Desperate
okay.
women, and I'm telling you,
I'm not
they
trying to
don't
be
have
mean,
boyfriends.
but a lot of y'all like to be desperate, and it really, really just. You okay?
Yes, I am. I am so tired. See, I'm tripping over stuff.
So,
yeah, and so.
desperate women. Don't be a desperate woman, okay? Treasure yourself. Treasure your body. Don't use it to tempt guys to, want to get freaky with it, Okay, now talking to the guys. Hang on. Okay.
Yay.
Now that she's all comfortable, talking to the guys.
Pull up your
Ooh.
pants. I'm sorry, I just had to say it.
Oh my god, really?
Yes.
Yeah, she's not like, guys, start pulling up your pants. Nobody wants to see your boxer.
I know, it's like, why do you think they created belts?
Exactly.
You said they're sagging your pants. It's like, wear belts. Oh my gosh. It drives me nuts.
This woman's hilarious. I love how when I started saying, let's talk to the guys now, she's like, yo, you pull up your pants.
Yeah, big time. Because I know everywhere I go, boys' pants is like
Dude.
down to the ankle.
And they could be wearing shorts.
I know.
Okay, so yesterday we went to the fair, right? I'm pretty sure I said this before, but we went to the fair yesterday, and along with the guys, or with the girls, we saw guys not dressed up right. Like, okay, it wasn't showing skin, but it was showing boxer.
Nobody wants to see your boxer.
Dude, guys, it's not cool, okay? It's just not. Nobody wants to see your nasty underwear, okay? There is a reason why they are called boxers. They're supposed to be under your pants. There's a reason why people have created underwear. Under the clothes wear, okay? Not freaking, oh, I'm gonna have my pants to where it's almost showing my full butt.
It doesn't make any sense.
Dude, what is the whole point of doing that? And you have to sit there and hold on to your pants the whole time. Oh, well, I look more thugged out. You know what? You're gonna have people afraid of you. If you're if that is how you're trying to get girls, I suggest you stop, because girls are gonna be looking at you like, seriously? Honestly?
Look like you gonna go.
Some girls might be like, ooh, I find that sexy. That's not sexy, people. It's just not.
That's gross.
It's
They're
gross.
showing their underwear to everybody in the world. It's like, are you for real? Shoot. You're not.
That's why I love doing the videos. But I mean,
That's that funny. What you saying?
dude, it's just disgusting. Okay, nobody wants to see your underwear. That's why if your parents are sitting there nagging you, pull up your pants. They're not just speaking for themselves. They're not just speaking for God. They're speaking for everybody else in the whole wide world, okay?
Some people really don't like looking at underwear.
Exactly.
Especially if it's like patterned. I've seen some pants that's got patterns on it. And I'm like, are you serious? Oh my god. It's ridiculous. Just wear your pants correctly.
Okay.
If you need lessons, my dad will teach you. Put on a belt like this. You slide it through the little straps, and then you strap the belt.
What? Okay. Now that we had, gotten that out of our system, dude, it's nasty. Pull up your pants. Anyway, now that that's finally out of our system, because yesterday we have sold so many butts at the fair.
It was ridiculous. I could have sworn.
so tempted. There was this one boy that had his pants literally, you can see this, but literally like right here, right there. I was so tempted to just go up to that boy and just pull up his pants. I looked at him and I was like, did you just get pants? Or are you just thinking that that's cool? I was so tempted to just go up to him, rip off my belt, and just like, and just put it on and be like, you can keep the belt. You need it more than I do.
I'm telling you, my mom, whenever we went to our church, she saw boys like that. She walked up to them, pulled up their pants, and gave them a belt. And she was like, wear this. Put it on right now in front of me. You know, you're not doing this. Not here. So,
not at church. Come on, guys. To do it at school is already bad enough. You're scarring enough girls. You ain't being sexy. That's not what's going on.
Yeah, that's not what's going on.
And
I know.
Anyway, but to try and do it at church, like, okay, it's your first time at church. You can get away with some things because it's your first time at church. But no. To even go to church thinking that it's okay to go with your pants that low, that's very disrespectful. I don't care if it's your first time. I don't care if it's your 100th time being at that same church or at a church. You should know church is about holy and pureness. Not boxers and underwear.
Not boxers and butt, okay?
Exactly. So if you even think, oh, going up to church, you know, with my pants hanging low, that's very disrespectful.
And all the people gonna be looking at you like, what is this from?
Exactly.
Where's his belt?
Don't be thinking that, oh, people are gonna find that cool. People are gonna be looking at you like, could you please pull up your pants? Nobody wants to see that, you know? Okay, moving on from that subject. When I talk to the boys, see, my sister got me off the subject because she brought up the whole start pulling up your pants thing.
It's true, they need to.
Okay. Guys, back to dating and not clothing.
Hey, it's part of it. Jeez.
I notice a lot of guys nowadays. Ooh, I have several things wrong with the male race. I'm sorry. It's.
How many? Good grief.
Huh?
How long we gonna make this video? Like 2 hours?
Probably. Who knows?
How many stuff you got on the mail?
Well, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure the chair is more than that.
I highly doubt it. But
you've been sitting on it for like an hour.
Almost an hour. Anyway, guys. Okay. Us girls,
like all snuggly.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, because this video is probably gonna be another while. Knowing how much me and my sister love to talk. Anyway, guys, us females, we are very delicate and emotional creatures.
Complicated.
And very, very complicated. Your poor brains cannot just advance to the level our brains are on. Not saying we're stupid, I'm just saying we're just very complicated.
Yeah.
But very emotional as well. Guys, if you got a girlfriend, treat her right. That is all I ask. Because, well, there's several reasons why. One, I'm going to try and make these quick. One, if you don't treat her right, later on she's going to come back and kick your butt. Two, she'll break up with you and then kick your butt. Three, it's just the right thing to do. You know, you would want her to treat you right, right? So, she's the same way with her. What makes you think that if she treats you right, you can go off and freaking...
It's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah. Just because she treats you right doesn't mean you have the right to go off and look and flirt and freaking touch another girl.
Well, you just
we will come back. Oh, heck no. I'm sorry. I speak for all the ladies right now. We will come back and we will hurt you. Whether it's physically or emotionally. Personally, my favorite is emotionally. I like to make guys suffer with their feelings.
Especially their pride. Their pride is like the high. You guys' pride is like the highest thing on your thing. Your reputation and your pride.
Oh yeah. Imori, on the other hand, well,
it's both.
It's both.
So watch out.
Yeah. She will hit, and she will say some very mean words. So if you ever want
to your mommy.
If you ever want to go out with this beautiful, lovely desert flower, treat her right. That's all I can say. And if you ever need advice on how to keep her happy, come to me.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you might end up lofting your
She
vision.
actually really we girls do not ask for a lot usually.
We really don't.
We really don't. All we really want is just you guys' attention. You know, if we ever go out with somebody, or even girls who do go out with boys, they don't want much. They just want the dude's attention. That's it. That's all we ask
want
for.
out of you guys.
That's all we ask for. Now, for the girls that are constantly wanting the guy's attention, back off, ladies. Okay, you can't be having the guys constant 24/7 attention. Okay,
Yeah, they have their own lives.
exactly. Even I would get annoyed with that.
I'll be like, oh my gosh, leave me alone. You know.
But guys, if the girl just really just wants to talk, or just wants to snuggle, just wants to hold your hand, I'm not really all for this at such a young age, but even just wants to kiss you, just make her happy, you know?
No, it's not that hard.
Now, if she's doing it a lot, like more than what you're comfortable with, then you probably should tell her, I'm not that comfortable with that, you know? That's one thing. Another thing, don't really, when you have a girlfriend, don't feel all up on her. When I say feel, I mean like touch her body.
Yeah.
In a sexy way. Because, see, a lot of people think that I'm not that bright, but when guys do that, girls, when guys sit there and rub up on your leg and give you a neck massage and rub your back, they're tempted to get in the bed with you.
So, yeah, we know.
Guys, don't do that to your girlfriends. Just don't.
Yeah.
If you want the relationship to stay pure, definitely do not be rubbing and touching and feeling on your spouse.
Okay, if they ask for a massage, then okay. Like if something's hurting and you massage it, then that's okay.
That's fine, but try and keep. Can you please throw away your garbage? Thank you.
I totally forgot the trash can. Whatever. It didn't even land in there.
Okay, don't sit there and. Do you know how cold it is up in our room? Jeez, you see us all with our blankets and stuff. Anyway, now if she's like, my neck hurts, and you know for a fact her neck hurts, like she's not just saying that so that you can touch her. If you know for a fact my neck hurts and whatever, could you please rub it, maybe for like 5 minutes, then do it. Don't even think about getting them nasty thoughts in your mind. Just try and push them out and be like, okay, rub her neck for about 5 minutes and then stop. You know? I'm not saying touching is not okay. Touching is okay. I mean, you're holding hands, that's touching. You're hugging, that's touching. You're kissing, that's touching with the lips. I mean, you know? I'm not saying that touching is not okay. I mean, it's okay. I touch Lauren all the time. Mm-hmm. I love her. She's my sister, you know? Touching is okay. I'm just saying the wrong temptation touching is not okay. So if you guys are at the movies and you're sitting there rubbing on her leg, stop yourself. Just be like, oh, wait. She won't like that. Want to know why, guys? Want to know why I'm telling you this? It's because a lot of girls that have sex nowadays get pressured into doing it. They don't voluntarily doing it. They don't I cannot talk today. They do not voluntarily do it. They feel like they are pressured into doing it. More, say a couple words like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're very pressured, but me, I just gonna let y'all know with me, y'all can't really pressure me to do much because I have a very strong will of mind, and you know, for guys like trying to convince me, it's gonna take him years to do so.
Unless you're married.
Unless I'm married, then okay. But if we're going out, oh, trust me, it's gonna take you a long time. Don't even try because I'm very stubborn. Very stubborn.
Very.
My sister should tell you I'm extremely stubborn. So, good luck with that. And most women, well, not most, some women are like that. They're just like me. Very, very, very stubborn. Stubborn as me.
And I'm one of those women. I do not let any old boy touch up on me. Now, usually if a dude touches up on me, I get on him. I'm like, excuse you, keep your hands to yourself. This body is not for you. It is for my future husband, who I will respect by keeping it safe and keeping it fresh just for him.
That's it. See, she does talking. Me, I like my reflexes is to immediately either
Hit.
smack him in the face, slap him in the face, or punch him in the face. That's just how I do. Sometimes it depends. If they literally like, I'm not even.
I'm the same way. Like
It depends.
with some situations, I don't really like hit on purpose. But if you surprise me, my reflex is to swing my arm.
Yeah. If
So,
I know you, then I'm gonna just talk to you. But if I don't know you and you touching me, I'm gonna hit you.
no, see, I'm the other way around. If I don't know you, I just talk to you. But if I know you, I'm gonna hit you because you should already know not to touch me like that.
Even so, but like it, like she said, when it's surprise. If it's
Yeah,
somebody
well,
I
not
know,
only when we're surprised. It's not like whenever somebody touches us inappropriately, we're like, get off, you know? We just, because our little sister, sometimes they'll like fix our shirts or, fix our pants, and they're touching us, not in a very pleasant spot, but we don't go and smack them across the face. No. One, they're our sisters. Two, we're just like, okay, we know these two little girls, we're not gonna hit them, you know? We have to usually, with them, we have to usually control our reflexes because my reflexes, somebody touches me there, I swing my arm.
exactly. Same here. If somebody touches me from behind and I know somebody, okay, let's say V's behind me and she like, and I'm walking too slow. She smacks my butt. I'm gonna walk faster because she's basically saying
Move
walk
it.
faster.
Yeah, I'm basically saying move your boot. Okay,
Yeah.
you're going too slow.
Yeah, and if my little sister's and they playing around and they accidentally hit my butt, I'm like, stop it.
Yeah.
If I know nobody that I know is behind me and they smack my butt, I'm probably gonna end up punching them in the face. Like,
Well,
who's touching
not
me?
punch, but she'll probably like swing her arm and then she'll hit him because it's a reflex, you know.
Like,
Me,
who's touching me?
I've had probably shouldn't say this. His dad might watch this video. Don't worry, Dad. I've already taken care of it. I've had a friend. I'm not gonna say his name, or their name. I've had a friend who has touched me inappropriately, and I have jumped and I have smacked him several times because uh, he would touch me inappropriately, and I would tell him, "Don't touch me like that. Keep your hands to yourself. This body is not for you. It is for my future husband." Okay. Um, he doesn't do it anymore. He'll like ask me if he can, but
Say no.
he's okay. I say no because I'm not planning on getting married to him. Okay, so sorry, dude. You already know who you are, but yeah, just don't.
Stop it. You don't do.
So guys, do not feel upon your woman inappropriately. Now, if you're like, if you're like holding hands and you're rubbing her hand like this, that is okay. Okay, you're basically saying, I want to hold your hand and I adore you, I care for you. But if you're like taking her leg and you're doing this, feeling all up on her leg, that is one of the biggest signs to a girl saying, I want to get in the bed with you. Ladies, if a guy does do that to you, do not let him do that. If you feel like you are being pressured, tell him straight up, don't touch me like that. I don't like it, Now, if he continues to do it, dump his butt. Because obviously he's not respecting you enough to stop. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, I've had that happen before. Like, got thrown off on my leg and everything. And I was like, what are you doing? I ain't cold. That's immediately what I said. But he was like, oh, nothing. My hand's cold. I'm just like, get your hand off me.
So get your hand off me. Jeez.
Literally, I said, get your hand off me. Do that to your own leg. And then he continues doing it. I smack him in the face. I'm like, bye. And that's not how you should do it. But he was one of the guys that tried to snatch up my phone before. But yeah, I smacked his butt because of what he did before. So
yeah. Now that right there, you shouldn't do that. If he's like sitting there rubbing on you and you tell him to stop and
I wasn't even going out with this boy.
Yeah, she wasn't even going out with him. Like, she didn't even really know him. It was just a random guy who tried to hook up with her friend, and then her friend, I think, beat his butt, right? Like,
No, he picked her up, and then I had to freaking throw a rock at his head. Like, and then what? What?
Anyway.
I had too, because he was like taking off with her, and then I threw a rock at his head, and then he fell.
How the heck can a guy pick up a girl and take off with her?
You'd be surprised, because the church we used to be in lived right next to the hood, and he had a gang of boys with him. So.
The girl even tried to. Okay. Getting off the subject. Basically, do not do what my sister does. Pick up a rock and throw it at DD's head. Women, just don't. You asking for your butt to get killed. Emo rate.
What?
Just stop. Just stop talking. You're never a good example for the viewers.
Anyway. Sorry, but it's like, you know, Mom told me to do that, so I did it.
Don't listen to Sabrina.
I'm still living with her at this time.
Don't listen to Sabrina. This is why you see. Don't you notice?
I know nobody likes her.
I never said nobody. I said not a lot of people like her.
Once they hear about her, they don't like her.
Anyway. Don't do that, females. Do not pick up a rock and throw it at a dude's head. If he's trying to freaking rape, well, okay. If he's trying to rape a friend, Maury?
What?
Shut your trap, okay?
What?
Just be quiet. I'm trying to think. If you have any other options, then okay. She was like at church, right? She could have easily just went and got somebody. Do that. Go and get somebody. If people are around, go and get some help. But if it's in an alley or it's dark and nobody's around or the parking lot or whatever, and your friend gets snatched up by a group of boys, that's when you use the most abuse, and you just basically kick the tails yourself, But getting off the subject.
Yeah, but like, if I would have ran and got someone, by the time I did that, he would have been gone with it. So
they would have looked for them more. He would have not gone far lugging a female. What was I saying? Off the subject. Yeah, so guys, basically keep your hands to yourself. Be respectful of the girl. Okay? Just be respectful of her. Girls, be respectful of your body. Okay? If a guy is rubbing on you and you're letting him, do not let him do it because he's getting riled up. His hormones are going to go crazy, okay? And then you guys will end up doing a mistake and be like, oh, it was just a mistake. I didn't mean to actually get in bed with him and kiss all up on him and do sex because I didn't know or I didn't know what I was thinking. Yeah. Think before you act, okay? That is the best advice I can give you. Think before you act.
Oh, so that's awesome. And just keep you guys, I'm not like that anymore. V has taught me not to do certain things, like the old violet or whatever, so.
I'm still working on it.
She's still working on most of it, but I'm really nice now. Really nice. I'm better. I was just wild when I was little, or smaller.
Younger.
Yeah, I'm younger.
Okay, so that's another thing. Okay, so guys, basically treat your girls right. Do not look at another woman. Keep your hands to yourself. And oh my gosh, the main thing that gets me ticked off about males. Do not, and I repeat, do not, at least not in front of me, cheat on your girlfriend. I will go ballistic, and I will seriously, and don't think I'm kidding, I kid you not, I will seriously flip you myself, okay? I do not like men who do this, who have a girlfriend and then go and cheat on her with another girl, whether she's ugly or pretty. Nobody's ugly in this world. Everybody's beautiful in their own way. So, but in the world's point of view, who is ugly or pretty? But in my point of view, with another person. If you do not want to go out with that person anymore, at least break up with them first. before you go and hook up with another person. Do not sit there. Well, you don't have to take this one. I'm getting so fired up. I'm sorry.
Do not sit there and be like, oh, well, I want both of them, So I'll just make it seem like
beat their tails myself.
that drives me and my sister crazy. It's like, really? Is this for real? Is this real life? Are you serious? It's like not cool. So you my sister might hunt you down. So that literally drives her crazy. But
it ticks me off because it's like, how you gonna sit here and tell the girl, and girls, y'all do this too. So don't just think I'm talking to the guys. Both genders do it. How you gonna sit there and tell a person, oh, I love you, I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you, let's get married one day, and then you go and hook up with another person. You, in my book, is called a backstabber. That is what you are called in my book. I'm so ticked off. Just like, talking about it gets my blood boiling.
I know, because hang on, you need to breathe. So, you need to breathe. So, let me take over because it looks like you want to throw the laptop. Yeah, it drives her nuts and drives me nuts. Like, let's say a guy did that to my friend. I'm going to storm up to that dude and I'm gonna like go like, who the heck are you thinking? I'm gonna like shake him and whatever. I'm gonna be like freaking pissed because that's my friend and he pretty much backstabbed her for another chick and I'm like, oh my god, are you for real? Oh my gosh, he's very crazy. I have to teach him a lesson. So
we're very protective of our friends and family.
Yeah.
Very protective.
No.
So, okay, don't cheat. And if you do not want to go out with that person anymore, but you found somebody that you think is better, break up with the person first. I don't care if it's, oh, I don't want to hurt their feelings.
Well, you know what? It's going to hurt their feelings more for cheating on them while you were with them.
Exactly.
So
I would rather have you hurt their feelings a little bit than to hurt their feelings so much more. I know a lot of people will think, oh, well, he cheated on me, but he didn't want to break, he did not want to break my heart, so he stayed with me for my sake. No. He was not thinking of you. She was not thinking of you. They were thinking of themselves. They did not want to have to deal with the drama of a breakup, so they said, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with it. I'm just going to go out with this other person and have freaking 2 to 3 girlfriend or boyfriends.
That's so stupid. Whenever, like, I've had a boyfriend before, whenever another guy asks me out, I'm like, sorry, I'm taken.
In God's word, it says to not covet. This is actually one of the 10 commandments. It says, brothers and sisters, do not covet what your neighbor has. Basically saying, do not covet what another person has. If Imori has, okay, see how Imori has longer hair than me? Mm-hmm. My hair's up in a ponytail. But if I took it down, my hair would be right here. Hers is right here. I should not sit here and be like, I want your hair, I want your hair, I want your hair. I should be happy with what I already have. I have hair, right? There are people out there that are bald from cancer and leukemia. That's right. Yeah, leukemia. And, from all these medicines and stuff, and they're bald. And I'm sitting here complaining because my hair's not long enough. No.
I know I saw this one picture with this person who got like this cell phone that didn't have like a certain type of G-bytes, and there was a person out there that was wearing bottle sandals. I was like, you're crying over a stinking phone? Are you serious? There's people out there that don't even have food, clothes, shelter, and this is like, makes me want to go.
Okay.
What is your problem?
Oh yeah, we have noticed nowadays that
sorry,
a lot of people are not grateful for what they get. Dude, before you sit there and cry and complain about what you did not get, think about the people who don't have anything, nothing but the clothes on their backs, not even food. They don't even have shoes. They just have a shirt and some pants, maybe, and it's all torn up, like this shirt. Well, not really, but I have to show you my shirt.
Like the bottom of the shirt, see? It's all torn and whatever.
Dude, before you even sit there and complain about your life, think about somebody else, okay? There are kids up in Africa who don't even own clothes, literally. They have to use jacked up rags to cover themselves up.
And some of them just run around naked.
Some of them just run around naked, okay? Think about others before you sit there and complain about your sorry little life. Oh my gosh. People who are not grateful drive me nuts. Dude, before you sit there and be like, oh, I didn't get the right cell phone. Oh, my parents didn't get me what I wanted. Dude.
Did you need it?
Did you need it? Do you honestly need it? As in,
can you not survive without it? Like, can you not
literally, do not go, yes, I would die without it. Literally, will you die without it? I'm talking about something as important as food, okay? You can die without food.
You can die without water.
Exactly. I am talking about something that is as important as water. You can die without hydration, okay? I'm talking about something that is most important as in shelter. You can die from freezing, from frostbite, from the weather, from thunder, from lightning. I'm talking about something that is really important, not something that you really, really want.
Even as important as sleep, you could die without too much. If you don't get enough sleep, you could die without that.
Exactly.
You need food, water, shelter, and sleep. Those are the main things you need. If you don't, can you live without that phone? I mean, can you actually sit here and breathe without that phone?
Exactly.
Yes, you can. So,
man-made things is not that important, okay? Just because you're sitting there, oh, well, I really, really wanted it. Think about the other people who don't even have homes, who don't even have clothes, who don't even have food or shoes or anything to help them live. They have to freaking dig through the garbage just to eat, just so that their body will not physically shut down. They have to sleep under a tree or at a park bench because they have nowhere else to go. They literally have to drink dirty water from a mud puddle or something just so that they can live. Think about others before you think about yourself. And if your life is that bad, I'm truly sorry. I am one of those people who actually try to help people out like you. And don't worry, there are people out there who do care for people like you. But unless your life is that bad, do not come to me and complain.
But, oh, I didn't get this. So what? So what? Are you kidding me? Okay, I'm 15. She's 16. Neither of us have a cell phone. 15, 16. Not allowed to.
Now, you don't see us sitting here crying, oh, I don't have a cell phone, because every other teenager does. Okay.
I don't have a boyfriend because I'm not allowed to. Or, like, I don't have this game system because my dad's so cheap. I don't need that stuff. It's just stuff.
We don't need a cell phone. We don't literally need it. Now, it would be nice to have one because when we go places with our parents, we separate. So it would be easier if we can call or text them and see where to meet up, you know? We do not need a cell phone, but it would be nice to have one, you know? We do not need these computers. We do not need these laptops, okay? We do not, well, actually, yeah, we don't really need it. Like,
we can't live without it.
Yeah, we can't live without it.
We do need
it for school because the computers we have go really, really, really like dinosaur slow to where like the loading's like this.
Barely see her moving. So
I am moving, but it looks like I'm not moving.
Yeah, she's moving.
That's how slow it goes.
So yeah, we kind of need laptops for school, whatever. But other than that, we don't need it.
Other than that, we don't need laptops. So think about others before you think about yourself, please. That and back to the dating. Stop getting me off the subject, Emory.
What? Did I just?
Yes, you did.
I did.
Yes, you did. Anyway,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. This is why the videos always turn out to be like an hour and 30 minutes long. Okay, so guys, don't cheat. Please don't. How do we go from cheating to needing? Anyway, don't answer that because you're just gonna get me off track again.
Oh
yeah. Guys don't cheat. Girls don't cheat. Just
y'all leave.
Exactly.
Or we're gonna be like, you know, do what?
You don't do well. Nothing for you. But anyway. But yeah, just respect each other's feelings, okay? Guys, if you really don't like the girl, break up with her. I mean, it's not gonna freaking kill her, you know? Oh, my boyfriend dumped me. You'll live. Yeah. And that is most likely what at least one of her friends is gonna say. You'll live.
You'll live.
He's just a boy.
They come and go.
Same thing, girls. Do not sit there and cheat on your guy friends. And guys, if she does break up with you, don't be like, oh, but I was in love with her and da da da.
Just like,
I'll die without her. Your guy friend, knowing your guy friends, they're most likely gonna tell you, dude, bro, you'll live. Okay, yeah. You're living right now. You're breathing. You're able to eat. You're able to sleep. You're able to walk. You'll live. Okay. She's just like, a girl.
Just like I said, boys come and go like seasons. So do girls. They come and go like seasons.
Exactly. So
they're everywhere. So
there is nothing but fish in the sea. Okay. Okay. So anyway, I think that's it we all have for dating.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So yeah, let's review. To summarize it, girls, cover your bodies. Be respectful of it.
One.
God created you beautiful. He did not create you to sell yourself out. Mm-hmm. Okay? 2.
No cheating.
No cheating. 3. Guys, keep your hands to yourself. Okay? 4. Guys, pull up your pants.
Mm-hmm.
5. Let's all love each other.
6. No complaining.
No complaining about your life. Just no. Okay. Yeah, back to 5. Let's all love each other.
Yep.
Okay? Love each other. Give each other love. Go up to your mom and your dad. Give them a hug and a kiss and just love them. Tell them that you love them. Okay? Go to your siblings. Even though they might annoy the living crap out of you, believe me, I know how that feels. Go up, give them a hug, give them a quick kiss, and say, I love you. I am thankful that God gave you to me. Go up to your girlfriend and your boyfriend respectfully and say, I love you, and I mean it.
It ain't words.
It ain't just words, but it's actions as well. Say, I love you, okay? Let's all love each other. The more love that's in the world will make the world a better place. Okay? We will see you next time on the Vivi and Amore talk show. There's a reason why it's called a talk show.
Yeah.
Because we love to talk. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope you love it. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.